Welcome to Planning Phase Syndicate. Thank you all so much for joining us. We had to push the podcast to Tuesday night because somebody's internet went out on Sunday night, literally as we were streaming. Fortunately for us, it saved us a second stream for talking about the Force Throw ban because I just scrapped all the meta lists and said, well, this is out the window, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Force Throw ban. So this is episode 75. We're here to talk about Secrets of Power, some really cool stuff coming out, and as well as the Force Throw ban and what it means for everyone. Joining me tonight on mic is my good friend, Alex the Benchwarmer. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing okay. Kind of spent most of the weekend playing Borderlands 4 instead of Sue, but you know, it was fun. I enjoy that game. And this one.
You should be pretty excited too, right? Because we got a Force Throw ban, which means like you could invent a whole new deck if you want, because it's going to be like a brand new meta. You don't even have to practice. You just be like,
if only I played decks that had Force Throw.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like now it'll be great because you can just play any deck you want and just pretend it's brand new and be like, yeah, you know, whatever goes on.
Yeah, this is my mono Blu-ray. You know, post Force Throw ban. I had to change some things.
Also joining me tonight is Samuel. How are you tonight, sir? I should probably unmute you.
I went to classes today, and I've been making a bunch of new decks. That none of them are red because FFG doesn't like red decks. So,
woof! Wow, hot take there, buddy. Hot take.
They kind of said that on stream.
Yeah,
a little. After they banned 3 yellow cards.
Yeah, after they banned 3 yellow cards. No yellow bans this time. Also joining us is JJ. The Giants lost by was it 60-yard or 70-yard field goal? I don't remember which it was.
Yeah,
but
it was a 64-yarder. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Insane.
Yeah,
I
like,
feel to be a Lions fan and just lose to really random record-breaking things like that.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Doing all right, you know, still reeling from FFG force throws to make everybody discard their force throws. But yeah, excited for these new cards that have come out and spoiled, you know, and I'm just glad that I'm head of the leaderboard so far for guessing these leaders. So I'm just really happy about that.
Yeah, I got 0 points right now, so there you go.
No fair, you guys actually consume the media.
Well, the funny thing is like I tried to be spicy this time and not pick a bunch of like meta things, like things that just specifically were all Andor. And JJ just went full board Andor. So, you know,
look, it is a 5-time Emmy award-winning show as of yesterday. So no excuse for anybody to not watch Andor right now. Like, it is amazing.
Now that's a whole different conversation because I don't think you're gonna ever get Alex to watch the media. So, but yeah, I think you have 2 points. You have 2 points in total. You've guessed Deandra and Luthen. Alex has Satine, and Sam also has Luthen. Nobody has gotten the color right so far.
Nope.
Except for my Chancellor Palpatine blue guess, because, you know, we didn't know that. So, yeah. So we'll see how it goes kind of from there. But yes, you definitely are on the top of the leaderboard, even though it's not much of a leaderboard right now. But I think I'm on top of you when it comes to X-Wing right now. So I think I'm 5-0.
Yeah.
I think I'm 5-0, and I've won 2 games with roll-offs and half points. So like, actually, we didn't have to do roll-offs with half points. So just saying, like, for the guy that hasn't played X-Wing like you, that doesn't practice, like. 5-0 seems pretty good against you, JJ.
Yeah, that's fair.
But all right, well, let's not dilly-dally too long tonight. I do have a couple of announcements. If you're in Michigan and you're going, there's a Lansing PQ that'll be in 2 weeks. I will be there. Sam will be there. Alex, are you going or are you working that?
I am going.
Awesome.
I may or may not be judging depending on if they need me to judge. Well,
no!
Like, I will be playing unless there's some catastrophe and they need another judge. Because I'm like the super backup judge there, or the backup judge.
Because I feel like we should run back our season 3, our set 3 decks, and like, but just with the updates. Like, I feel like I got to play Palpatine, you got to play Han, and we got to switch showcases this time.
I think we should just trench at each other.
We could do that.
That's
we
more
could
fun.
do we could, except for like if we get paired up round 1 and have to have a trench off, and then
No, we just
Then
we do the reverse, we both just ID the first round, right? And then we just like get paired down into people, but we
I
just
like
both
that.
don't lose, so it's like we ID'd in later rounds.
I like that. I like that. I'll be honest with you. Like, we're gonna talk a little bit about this like in the next segment, but like with the force throw ban, like Trench feels a lot better in this meta because I don't have to worry about you trying to discard my cards unless you want to run pillage. And if you want to run pillage, more power to you. That's 4 costs. That's like a removal card for me. So
yeah,
I'm all for it, baby. But yeah, so that was the first announcement. If you haven't, like, if you want to meet us, or if you're coming out, if you're new to the show and you're in the area and you want to hang out, let us know. I'm debating on staying out there that night in Lansing, depending on how well I do. I do feel like memeing it up, to be perfectly honest with you, and I know it'll drive Sam nuts if 2 of us run Trench.
What if you
a good spot
Trench
right now?
No, get out. If either of you run Trench, I'm going to lose it, and I can already feel it.
And Alex, do you know the people? Could you get them to pair one of us up with Sam round 1? Like then I'll run Trench for sure. If you could guarantee one of us will. All right, tell them we want the auto pairing to be part of the Trench.
Tell them to
Sam.
manually automatically pair it by manually pairing everything.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
Watch
100%.
me report the store to FFG and be like, never give them a PQ again if this happens.
Sam plays me round 1 when I'm playing Trench, then he gets the pair up into you playing Trench, and then we're good.
Yes, and then Sam gets us 2 losses for the day. We get a win each, and we could go home happy. Like, we could go get beers after that. Like, we'll just be like,
all he
look.
wanted to do was come and play Trench and ruin Sam's day and leave.
Yes, 100%. I don't care about top 8. I just want to make Sam have a heart attack for the day. Actually, so I don't know what I'm going to run. I will say, and that's a good segue right into our force throw discussion, because force throw's been banned, officially been banned. There is no more force throw. You cannot play force throw. Please, I'm thanking God that I did not spend the $10 a piece on the hyperspace ones for Worlds, because it would have been a waste of my money.
Well, you can play force throw in anything that's not Premier.
Okay, fine, but I'm not going to do that though.
Like Trilogy, Twin Suns.
Yeah, the one card I'm allowed in Twin Suns. I think I'm good. I think I'm good on that. I don't care about that. But yeah, so force throw was banned officially this Monday, and like I said, it kind of saved us an emergency podcast, because over the weekend I was debating on, do we just delay this? Well, the problem is Alex has work Monday, league at night, Sam's got class on Tuesday, so we're sitting here in the middle of the night recording, because this was the easiest time to do it. But it worked out good, because I think with the force throw ban, we got to talk about where do we go from here, right? So like tonight, what I kind of want to cover with this is I want to review kind of why they banned it. I think we kind of know, but let's talk a little bit about why. Let's talk about the decks that it gets hit. Let's talk about if force throw, if those decks that have force throw in it can be changed up, or if they're going to be bad. I have some hot takes that I have on the screen, and I'm sure you guys will give me feedback on my hot takes. And then I want to talk about some of the decks that are still good, that are still like possible contenders. Are they going to go up? Will they go down? And then I want to talk about up and coming decks, because I know Sam's got a deck he wants to talk about called Han 1 Green, and I will be happy to say that Han 2 will still kick its ass, and maybe even some Palpatine with some scanning officers. I don't know. Like,
man, do you know how bad Han 1 would be in the Trench?
He does know.
No.
He does officially know that, and that's even before we had. That's even before. That's when I'd never played the deck before. That's when I just was learning how to play that deck. So now imagine
3-card mill was the most fun night of my life, baby.
Yeah, I think that game, those 2 games together had to go over an hour, like easy. Like there was like no coming back from that game. Everybody was pissed that I was running that. So let's kick it off.
West Coast of Michigan.
Let's kick this off. Let's review the ban. Let's talk a little bit about it. So officially, it will not be effective till the 22nd, which I don't know what day that is. Monday, I think. Next Monday. Is that what it is?
Yep. Yes.
All right. So we officially got it on Monday. The essentially they're just banning it from Premiere. So okay, not a big deal. They talked about their reasons why, and I'm going to go through these, and then we can kind of talk amongst ourselves whether we feel this was a possible justification, or if this is an "I told you so." but essentially they said in the Galactic Championships top 64, over half of the decks contain Force Throw. Okay, well that makes sense because you didn't ban it before World, so I don't know what to tell you. Then they said, additionally, since then, on a bad week, Force Throw takes up 35 to 40% of the top 8 meta share, and 45% of the winners have it. So that card, just that card, and we're not talking any other leaders. We're just talking just that card. On a good week, those numbers were over 50%. Then they said, additionally, every week, hero decks, 65 to 75 of the percentage of the decks that made the top 8 included Force Throw in the capacity. So essentially, they are saying, hey, this is absolutely way too much. We 100% cannot get you, should not have you be playing this one card. Now, that being said, we did feel like there was a diverse meta, but I would also challenge to say, is a diverse meta if 65 to 75% of one type of deck is running Force Throw? Like, is that still diverse or is it undiverse? Go ahead, Alex. You want to say something?
Oh yeah, it's still diverse because FFG didn't like the play pattern, is what they were saying, right? Because like they were also saying that Surprise Strike, had those numbers or greater, right? But those were less feels bad kind of interactions, right? Than just like Force Throw, because the flexibility of Force Throw, the early, because they wrote a whole article about how they hate early control and all that kind of stuff. So now with the printing of all these Force units, obviously you can do that a lot earlier, and that led people to not like it. I think the decks were diverse enough in my mind that like it wasn't an issue. Like they were diverse, so it's not like you had the same play stuff, but I guess they're just like, well, there's not really too much of a difference between like Han Blue, like Han Red Blue playing Force Throw, and like Luke Tarkatow playing Force Throw, or Anakin Colossus playing Force Throw, which I understand. I get that. That's a fair point. But it does feel different if it's like a Yoda red compared to like a Quinlan red kind of thing, which both of them are relatively relevant, or even like Kylo Tarkentown, Talzin Tarkentown. Those feel different than each other, and also different from Quinlan and Anakin and Yoda. But I mean, I understand why they did it. Like, they just don't want that roughly similar play pattern, and everyone's complaining about it. Sure.
JJ, so you haven't been around as much lately, right? So you haven't had to deal with all the Force Throw things. How does this ban make you feel?
Well, I mean, it's I totally agree with their reasons, right? Like, having a card that can be played from the start, that can really disrupt your opponent's hand from the get-go, can really like slow down the tempo that your opponent has. And when you give that much control early on, especially if your opponent mulligan into there and they're barely hanging on with like a card, and they end up like having to discard a card, that forces them to like not play a card, or or play a card that they had too early, just in a game that really relies on having a good amount of tempo, and you can easily make your opponent discard that early on, is something that could be a really bad negative play experience. And it's different from Surprise Strike because for Surprise Strike, you have to have a unit out on the board already. You're attacking with that particular unit, and you can counter it with a Sentinel piece, or exhaust that piece, or remove it before your opponent gets a chance to use that Surprise Strike. So there are ways to play around that. Force Throw, you really can't do that unless you happen to Force Throw their Force Throw, or happen to play Bazine to try to get it out there, assuming that they don't play it beforehand. So I could definitely understand their rationale for that, and I think it's honestly probably a healthy move in the long term for the game.
Sam, any
Force Throw, I think, and this is going to be an insanely hot take, I, as a red-blue hero player, as someone that ran Force Throw in almost every deck except Han 1, and even ran it out of Aspect in some blue-green hero decks and some other decks, I think that is a more broken card than DJ or Boba 1. I think it's on par with Django. And because if I'm going up against a Crate Dragon and I have a Yaddle on board, I force throw myself, give my 8 cost card out of my hand or my 7 cost, and I either buff my Yaddle or I just swing in. I can clean trade with a Crate Dragon for 1 cost, 1 card in my hand, and 2 damage on board. That is disgustingly good.
You need
If
a
they put
really
the
high card for that.
Sure, but let's say I'm playing Ray. Or no, not Ray. I need a red person. I need a. Okay, I'll just
Anakin.
take. Yeah, like Anakin or Yoda.
Han.
Yeah, sure. I force throw my own Crate Dragon. I have my Yaddle on board. Sure, they're going to put the 1 damage on base from the force throw that I'm then going to get back with the restore 1. Like, people are starting to run the 1/3 hidden red card that's just neutral. It's like, I don't remember what it's called, but
The
it's
Witch.
just, yeah, Witch of the Mist. And then just so they can force throw turn 1. That is disgustingly good. DJ, you have to have this whole 3 pattern line of combo that, while yes, that is absurdly good and that's amazing, if you're playing Han 1 green and you're DJing, you are resupplying into tech into DJ. At any point in time, can tech be taken down? Can all of these other things be interrupted to get you there? And that's a several card combo. Force throw is, I have a unit on the board, and if I'm looking at my Yoda deck, I would say at least 75% of my decks are force units. So it's almost a guarantee it's always going to go off. If it doesn't, there's something astronomically wrong, or I only have space presence and I'm not using force throw at this point. There is always a chance you're hitting, and against certain types of decks like Han 1, I want to have 1 to 2 cards in my hand by my flip turn. That is no longer possible when you have 1 cost up, and I don't know if you're going to play an Owen or if you're going to immediately kill my leader because you're going to play the 1 card that's going to take out my only card and my leader at the same time. It's disgusting. I hate it. But it was good. It was busted, so there was no reason not to run it in all these different decks. I was playing blue-green hero Obi-Wan ECL, and I was running 3 force throws out of Aspect, because even for 3, doing an ability like that is insanely good. So
either which way, they did have it banned. I guess I'm not going to say I think it's as broken as Django. I think that's a hot take. that's I guess we'll call him hot take Sam. I don't think force throw was that broken, but I will say the ability, you could go back and reference our video before, the ability to get it off more is really kind of where it started to push that envelope where that gives the ability. And then when they started adding some of this card draw into the exact same color suite, it made it a little bit easier for people to get the combo off, whereas it couldn't be before. And I think that's kind of the same thing, is like, because it's like one of those cards that doesn't have a cap. It's like Force Lightning doesn't have a cap, right? Like, but you don't see Force Lightning until we had got Anakin this meta, right? So like you would essentially, in a vacuum, Force Throw doesn't look bad. Like in a vacuum, it's you're trading a card for a card. Sometimes it gets damaged, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you're trading 2 cards for, a unit instead of their cards. So the overall, the logic behind how it was designed, I don't think it was designed with the intent of where we're at today. And I think that's kind of just the same thing as Triple Dark Ray. They created a monster by all of a sudden giving us a space set where they introduced 1 million space units, and they did the same thing with force units. So
yeah, I mean, and it's kind of hard to future-proof cards, I mean, you're looking about how far, how long ago the initial development for that card was. I mean, we're talking about over a year and such, and you already have so many packs ahead of time that you're thinking of planning, and you probably don't even have concepts for specific cards. And it's hard to future-proof stuff like that, especially when you're putting out several hundred cards per pack. So you get stuff that goes through.
I don't know, Jade. I disagree with you on that one, but I can see your point, but I disagree with you. So I think the other thing too is we have a new set coming up with plot in it, right? And if we have Force Throw running around stripping people's hands and things like that, like it's going to make their new set less worthy. Let's just put it that way. So like,
fun.
I think that they like, in my personal opinion, they wanted Galactus selfishly to have all the Force stuff, and now they're like, well, we don't want it to ruin the next set in any way, shape, or form. Or maybe there's some interaction in the next set we just don't know about yet. And so they're like, oh, let's just get rid of it now. Because like there's only 3 major tournaments outside of PQs, and PQs start ending here in 2 weeks. So like I don't think there's that many PQs in the end of October. I think it's just we have a couple of regionals and a sector, and one of those is a sealed event. So actually, Alex, I was going to talk to you. We should definitely go to that. That would be super fun. We should drive
to Philly.
Yes, come on, baby. Come on, you know you want to drive with me. We can take my car. We don't have to take your car.
It's like 9 hours from me, so probably like 11 to 12 for you.
I know. I'll come. I'll come over the night before or something. I'll sleep on your couch. So let's talk a little bit about what decks this band's gonna hit. Like, so I think Quinlan's the obvious, right? Like, I think like I threw Quinlan big and bright because Quinlan was the original, like what I would call the OG force throw deck. Like that deck's been running force throw in it before a lot of other decks had like mainlined it all the time. But Hantu blue, Anakin blue, Talzin, Yoda, those are all other major decks. I think Kylo, Leia, and Luke are like kind of those outlier. I guess Kylo's not as much of an outlier. I guess we did see
Leia?
the Kylo. Yeah, Leia red. Yeah, I've seen tons of Leia red and
I've
Luke
never
red.
seen a Force Leia red.
No.
Okay, I have, but those like decks like that that they have those in it with the forces. Some of these decks are going to be hit, right? So like the question is do these decks get to survive? Like do we think that any of these decks will survive out of this? Can they all ultimately change? Like I think Quinlan is probably a no-go. I don't know. What do you guys think? Quinlan, do you think Quinlan will be coming back with non-force?
Yeah, I think Quinlan's fine.
You think Quinlan's fine?
Yeah,
I
don't think it really changed much.
Yeah,
I mean, you lose some toolboxy stuff, but I don't think you relied on it.
All right. Well, we'll move on to my hot takes. I put Quinlan in the no way in hell category of being viable after this ban.
Yeah,
At least
I saw
Quinlan
that.
Target Town. Yeah, I just don't like. I play Quinlan quite a bit, and I do not see like you lose some of the hand stripping pieces that were your like that was kind of what that deck did. And I remember when that deck first started and we were playing some of these other decks against it. And at first, like people, I don't think knew the power of it. And then when we got Ahsoka, like that deck just started to hum. So now you have Kira, Ahsoka, Force Throw, and Spark of the Rebellion.
God, you only play annoying decks, don't you?
You should have
you
played
should
the
see him
card
play
first.
X-Wing.
Yeah, there you go. See? Thank you, Alex. Like,
Yeah, if you didn't want the card thrown out of your hand, you should have played it first.
Fair.
don't dilly dally around and let me strip your cards. You know, you'll learn that with
Want
Han
that
real
unit to
quickly.
die? Don't play it.
Yeah, Han 1, you should know that better than anybody. If you resource a card, I'm just going to strip your other cards. Like that's going to be my like you resource first, baby. Go ahead and do it. I'm just stripping cards out of your hand. You know,
Yeah, I cry a little bit every time.
I love it. I can't wait. I'm gonna put off aspect Spark of the Rebellions in my trench deck just to piss you off.
Already does.
It's called Bazine.
I'm gonna play those
Exactly.
two. I'm gonna add extras in there just for Sam.
Out of aspect pillage.
No. Tanner's not on the pillage train. All right. Out of those, I think I think Han 2 Blue still survives. Like I don't see like them have that big of a power loss with the Force Throw. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't think any deck is like hits so hard that it's unplayable by this ban.
So
For what it's worth.
you don't think any deck like so you think all these will be meta decks. So you think Quinlan will be able to maintain its exact same stature as it is now?
I mean, sure.
I hear a Pelp Showcase is being put on the line for this bet. I'll bet on this one. I don't think Quinlan's gonna hold its stature in the metagame. Like I agree with you, like all the decks are playable, but in an actual like competitive tournament, I don't think Quinlan sees as much success as this. Because what are you substituting in for Force Throw?
Pillage?
You're not. No, you're not putting Pillage.
Did they still run Sparks? Because that's like
Yes.
a pretty straightforward one. I don't know. Something else.
Do top end more to fill in the gaps for 3 costs. Like they didn't ever need Force Throw to begin with, but it's such a good card when you use it. Like I see Quinlan surviving every time it plays against me, where they're not putting many force units on the board. Like in set 3, when that deck was insanely good then, because I just didn't think of it and I wasn't really a good competitive player, I didn't get force thrown a lot, but I still got like ran over, and I saw a lot of other people just getting ran over when it wasn't like, oh my god, everyone needs to run force throw. It was, okay, I'm still going to ping you down with all this other stuff, Tarkin Town your turn 1 plays, run you over with what I want to run you over with, and it would just still worked great.
Yeah, they were running force throw. They just didn't use it until they hit 5, 6, 7 resources. So, all right. Well,
I don't see Quinlan depending on force throw that much in his own deck to win games. Like, it's not the single-handedly thing that's causing Quinlan to win.
No, I don't think it's
my experience.
I think it's the thing that keeps Quinlan in the top of the meta, though. I agree with you. You can still win with it, but I don't think it's going to be top of the meta.
Open fire,
is he
maybe?
like top of the meta?
Yeah. Yes. All the decks on there, all but the late Luke and Leia, which I threw on there because I could, are like Quinlan has one of the highest win percentages in the meta right now. So, and a lot of that was from the fact that we got a lot of lower cost force units and we had force throw. So we had the ability to play a low cost force unit, ping, kill, Tarkin Town, next turn, strip hand, next turn, play something else that does automatic damage to your base, that type of a thing. So, what about Kylo? Do you think Kylo stays in red, or does Kylo kind of shift out of red and move to more of like a green or a yellow color?
I think Kylo still does very well in green. I mean, you still have Overwhelming Barrage. You still have a lot of great dark side units for Kylo. A lot of great equipment in there. So there's a lot of things for Kylo to play in green.
Yeah, the question was, does it stay in red though, JJ? Like, I agree with you. I do think.
Oh, I see what you're
Kylo
saying.
Green. I do think Kylo Green becomes actually a little bit more viable now. We have more of a reason to take green than we ever did before.
Yeah. I don't think he stays in red. Yeah.
All right.
I'm as the self-proclaimed resident Kylo expert because I put out one video and the deck was still fresh. I think it really does both. I mean, Kylo Red, as the Bothans did it at least, was I'm going to take all these small little gimmicky upgrades that you don't know what they do, like Infiltrator Skill, Sith Holocron, and Hotshot Blaster when I just pay it for 1 and put it on my leader, and I'm just going to swing for your base and win. It's still great. I mean, if you take Force Throw out and put in extra upgrades or open fires to kill Falcons, because that's going to be a super big thing now that everyone needs to tech against, it's still insanely viable. Sure, you're not losing your pay 1 Witch of the Mist, pay 1 Force Throw thing like I was talking about, but that's really not the end-all, be-all that early in the game. And if you're playing late in the game, I don't really think they care about Force Throw that much. They just want to be caring about, how am I going to get my leader out right now? And then green is just, that just got even better because now I don't have to be worried about the 2 cards in my hand being Avenger and Devastator, or like Green Vader and something else, being worried about that while I'm trying to get my one-shot leader flip done, because that's a fun thing too, is really any worse now. So it only got better.
What about Yoda? Do you think you're going to still play Yoda red, or are you going to swerve to Yoda, like another Yoda color?
Yes,
No?
I'm keeping Yoda 10 million %. They're, even how good it is, there's still the Ray engine. There's still the classic red-blue hero staples are still good. Like, there's all of this stuff that gives me absolutely no reason to change. I just might include, like, some extra space stuff. Yeah, that's still really good, too. So
that's what I would
just
directly swap out in that Yoda deck.
I haven't tested it, but that does sound really good.
Because you don't use the Force super much in that deck, but the 3 out of hand damage is pretty nice to finish off a lot of stuff.
True, and then I'll go up to 3 open fires, and I feel like that'll be my really only change.
Yeah, I mean, like, you lose options by losing Force Throw for a lot of those decks, but like, you can fill them with something else and still be relatively fine.
Yeah, now
you probably won't be able to one-shot leaders if you're not a red villainy deck running Force Lightning. Mm-hmm. But I mean, Oh well, you can't one shot a leader. Welcome to every other deck.
Well, the Owen, or not the Owen, the Yoda Red discussion online has really been, do we stay where we're at of we just run what is good in Red Blue Hero, or do we switch over to the Anakin package with Force Lightnings, maybe powers? And I'm very against power for 5.
Not power.
No.
I ran an Anakin version of that with Force Lightnings, and it was fine. It's just a lot of the times it was just more effort than it was worth it. Like I just killed him by other means instead of Force Lightning and Anakining him.
Yeah, it makes discard for Anakin much harder now, though. That's the one thing I've found is when you're trying to be like, all right, I'm just going to keep this villainy card in my hand for when they force throw me. Oh, wait, they're not going to force throw me anymore. So now I need to find my own ways of discarding or playing a unit that's going to die or an event that immediately comes into play. It's just... you have to wager how expensive is too expensive when you just want something to either die or be discarded.
The opportunity cost of giving something -3/-3. That's all the Anakin debate.
So moving on, we have decks that are still good that never really ran Force Throw before. The Cad Banes of the world, right? Like I don't think Cad Bane gets any worse. Though I do think that we have to talk about other decks that'll rise up. Like, will Cad Bane be able to, still compete if we have a lot more Sabines? I think Cad Bane into Boba is still like the, elephant in the room. Like, which Cad Bane deck can it always beat Boba? Can Boba always beat that? What is the probability for it? Is Boba going to get worse if we see like blue-green villain and blue-green hero rise? Like, Boba doesn't like blue-green hero very much as it is. Like, so now if we get villain and that, like, do we have a big rise in those? Does Boba kind of start to slip behind the curtain? And then I think the Darth Vader and the Han 4s, right? Like before you had to tech against Force Throw, can we now actually tech better into Vader? Like, does Vader just become less of a problem because I can actually tech against them and not feel bad about it? Like, I think we were teching, but Han 2 Blue usually had a pretty easy time, I felt like, into Vader. But like if blue-green villain and blue-green hero rise up, Vader likes to eat those decks as well. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like out of all these decks that are kind of here that have never ran Force Throw, like does any of them get stronger with this ban, or is there any of them in here that you would say, hey, maybe this is going to get weaker and we should possibly not be running this competitively?
I mean, any deck with a low hand count gets better. So usually just Han 1, but also occasionally decks that just go super, super wide that just play their whole hand. Which is, fair, I guess. you were attacking against Force Throw in your decks?
For what?
Oh, you said everyone was attacking against Force Throw, so you don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, you had to carry like 1 cost cards in your hand at all times, or sometimes sometimes you would resource. Like, okay, I'll give another example. When Han 1 disappeared, I no longer cared about resourcing events because I didn't have to worry about Bodhi coming every fucking 30 seconds, to try to eat my thing. And so it's kind of the same thing with Force Throw. Like sometimes you kept lower cost cards so that when you discarded, you could get rid of.
It's a gameplay tacking, not a deck building tacking. That's where the disconnect I had.
There you go. Okay.
So I'm not putting like low cost cards in my hand because someone else might be running Force Throw.
No, it's just you. Yeah. But like now I could go back to like bombing, like if I want bombing runs main deck in a red, to defeat the Vaders and the Hans of the world, like I now have that again. Like I don't know again if that's really that good, but that is an option I can go back to. Like some of the cards where I was rearranging, I no longer have to take those specific cards because I can hold my events again and different things like that. So I don't know. Any of the other leaders on here you think get worse or better? Like I think Sabine gets better a little bit. I think Sabine.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
can come back a little bit more than she is. I mean, I don't think she ever really was bad. I just think that.
Yeah, I don't really see how Force Throw affects her too much, other than like occasionally just one-shotting her big units.
Yeah, they were stripping her hand and they were like stopping her bigger units, so she was having a harder time with endgame stuff and Whereas now you don't have, like, again, are you going to spend 4 resources to pillage a Sabine deck unless you're a hard control deck? You probably shouldn't be doing that because
You should do
Sabine's
whatever, but yeah.
yeah, well, I mean, that's the boss blues of the world. You know, they were running the pillage package forever. But yeah, I don't know. That's I think Sabine gets a little bit stronger because you don't have to worry as much. But at the same token, like, so Chewie comes back, right? I think Chewie gets to come back in Sabine and maybe Darksaber. But now I don't have to throw my Confiscate any longer for Force Throw. So I'm just gonna keep my Confiscate for when you decide to play Chewie or, you know, whoever, and get rid of it.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, any deck that had like hand issues, right? Where like intentionally, where like Han 1, right? Where it's like, yeah, well, you're plowing through your hand, but that's why you get the resources. You know, the whole thing is fine. I think, I guess without like a early spike in power that Force Throw probably can do to people, maybe certain mid-range decks are a little bit better. The ones that go a little bit longer, like Ray, specifically, I guess, like Data Vault and stuff like that, where like as long as you can control, like, you don't have that crazy power spike out of nowhere, so you can kind of do a little bit better mid-rangey things and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and I think we see, you know, so that's kind of like moving to the end of the discussion, right? Like, I think we see an uptick in Ray too. Like, I think blue-green hero, like, and blue-blue hero, I guess. There you go. Like, I think Ray gets a lot better. Like, Ray can start coming back more aggressively than she had before. Like, it's kind of like we're going back to set 4 where we saw a lot of Ray Data Vault. Everybody was running Ray Data Vault at the time. I think Kira kind of comes back a little bit too, though. I kind of hope people start running Kira again, just because, like, there's so many answers to kill Kira when she flips. Like,
My locals never stopped doing Kira. One of them.
Jealous.
I stopped running Kira because I don't know. I didn't think it was as good as other blue-green villain leaders at the time. It's just weird for me to say because I think I was very high on Kira for forever. And I think we get Han 1 back in both green and yellow. Though there's rumor maybe we'll get a blue deck. I don't know. Alex, are we going to have our blue Han back ever?
I mean, DJ is banned. So that was a lot of the really funny things you can do in that deck. But I guess I could probably take a look at it again.
Come on,
Real
baby.
question is, do I add the Force or not?
No.
I don't know. That's a really
it's an interesting question, honestly.
Run Colossus in a Han 1 deck. There's the
I am
real
working-
challenge.
I am working on a Colossus aggro deck, okay?
Oh, God.
Give me a second. I'm brewing something wonky. Nobody expects Colossus aggro.
That's very true. You know, I think it also allows like Poe and Von Reg to, you know, and Nasaj to kind of be a little bit more viable along with the Obi-Wans. Like, I really kind of like the you know, set 3 Obi, like, as kind of like, let's come back as hero green. Like, I think that was like something that set 4 had that people kind of slept on a little bit. And then there's Lando, right? Like, nobody's seen Lando really, but like, can Lando come back? Can I have my Lando back? Is that acceptable? Can I run Lando? There you go. That's a deck you're gonna hate, Sam, more than you're gonna hate playing against Trench, I think, is Lando.
I highly doubt it, but I guess we'll see. I don't know. Obi-Wan 3 has been like Obi-3 ECL ever since we talked about it here. I was like, how can I take this so I counter the Quinlans of the world? And then
He does that already.
yeah, and then Force Throw gets banned, and I'm like, maybe this is like an actually viable deck now, because now you can't just one-shot discard your own Luke and kill my leader. So that's what I've been really working on for this set is Obi-3 ECL, and I'm very...
Okay, come over to my locals, and then when I play the Annihilator on your Obi-Wan leader, you get really sad. Because I also do that your flip turn, because I'm Piet Blue.
Ow.
And then I get your Obi-Wan units out of your deck, too.
I'm not running Obi-1. I'm only running Obi... God, I love that I can call it Obi-1. But Obi-5, like the unit.
Sure, well, I'll kill them, too.
True.
Yeah, this has happened more than once, which is why I have to bring it up. No, I like Obi-Wan. Maybe Justin and I have to revisit Obi-Wan Yellow, but that was just so good of a specific meta counter. But in the Cad Banes and Tarkin Towns, or
Very
Quinlan,
good.
sorry, yeah, Cad Bane, Tarkin Towns, Quinlan, Tarkin Towns, and it did pretty well in the most Hans. It did well in the Sabine too. So we're gonna have to look it up. See if we just go back to the exhaust Obi.
Yeah, I mean, we have exhaust Quinlan too, right? Like we could switch this to Quinlan, can't we? Quinlan's got a cooler showcase, and I own it. So like I could actually, I don't own the Obi showcase, so.
But you don't get the Tarkin Town rough immunity with them.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Well, that's our force throw ban discussion. Like I said, I think like I think there's the issue becomes is what do you want to play now? Like I think my world is I'm normally just playing control most of the time, so like I don't know if my world changes that much. So I think it makes me feel better about playing Iden into this meta, or Pelp. There's somebody trying to sell like half their collection for $800, and it's got a Palpatine showcase, and I feel like just buying it and then reselling all the other stuff just so I can have the Palpatine showcase. I don't know if I have $800 in my bank account. I'd have to look. that might be a bigger problem.
Yeah, it's definitely like double what I have in mind.
Yeah.
It was funny because I'm just like, oh, force throw. Let me see how many of my decks that I carry on me have force throw. Oh, well, 3 of my decks do because I'm experimenting with that, blue Vader. So I have 3 decks with force throw out of 13 or 14. I'm just like, man, do people actually play red?
It's sad because we just built that Vader blue deck, and I was having good success with that deck.
You can also probably just straight swap force throw for Sorcerer's Blast and be fine.
Yeah, I could actually see that working the most in your deck because then you also have your ping ability just in case, so you can round up to 4 for 2 cost.
Mm-hmm. On that, I don't
think
I'm
villainy card.
Yeah, it's not a villainy card. You don't.
So
do
you
that.
Don't ping.
That's why we don't typically run the open fire in that deck either. But like again, maybe open fire is a conversation that needs to come back about, because like, is your ping important enough that you want to get it off every turn? I don't think so. Like we weren't doing it with the force throws either. So but I do think. I don't know. I think you're right. Like, I'll be honest. I did not deconstruct that deck. I have deconstructed my Quinlan deck, but I have not deconstructed my Vader 1 deck. So, like, I am still going to try to make that baby sing because I don't know. That deck is so much fun.
It's disgusting.
It's so fun too. Just so.
Did you try my version?
I don't remember what was different between your version and mine.
It's a Crate Dragon, some late game stuff.
Yes, I think there was only 2 cards.
Palpatine's Crate Dragons.
Oh, no, I did not put
Chariot,
Palpatines in there. Yep, I did put the extra Chariot in. I did not put the Palpatines in, though.
You know how fun it is when your opponent drops a red Devastator and you just play Palpatine and kill it? They don't see that coming.
Pretty fun. I do have the fancy Palpatines, too. Ooh, I should message that dude selling his thing and see if he has more of those Palpatines, because I could probably use a couple more of those.
I have 2.
Do you?
I'll trade them. I've told you openly. I will easily trade these things. I want to keep 1, so I have 1 for trade at least.
All right. Well, let's move on. I think we've had enough force throw talk. We will be brewing some decks, I'm sure, over the next couple of weeks. It will be a thing that we'll be doing. I don't know what we'll do next week. It's like, I don't know if we'll cover PQs next week if they have force throw in them. Like, I don't care. I just don't give 2 poops about that meta anymore.
The Store Showdown locally for me, the one at Eternal Warren, is actually going to ban force throw for that tournament, even though it is this Saturday instead of next Monday.
When is that?
Saturday.
I know what time. Yeah, okay,
I don't
what time?
know.
Okay, well, that doesn't do me any good.
It's on the Discord.
Is it in the Discord? So if I go right now into
the events, you also asked for Excels, which was also an event there. Anyways.
1 p.m.
I guess it's 1.
Oh my god, I can actually, like, I don't even have to get up early for that.
I mean, Eternal Warren's always a good store. A bunch of good players out there. A bunch of people we know.
It is. It's just it's there's nobody enrolled in it. Oh my god. it's just such a, I don't know. For me, I have a hard
I mean, it's a
time like
drive
being
for
gone.
you.
Yeah, for me, it's just such a drive. I've already won a Star Showdown, so like I don't need the cards, but it is fun to play, and it is at 1:00, so it kind of makes it a little easier. But then the next weekend we have to go to Lansing, so but see, like the problem is like I feel like going there to test decks, but then at the same token, Ryan's gonna be there, and like I have not tested that Vader 1 deck into Vader 4, so I feel like it's just gonna be like an auto loss because I just don't know how to play against that.
You have a bunch of negatives to it and the pings. But
so either way, we'll whatever. I don't. Let's stop talking about new stuff. Let's talk about new stuff. We're gonna actually talk about Secrets of Power reveals. And so here's the deal. So there's two things. One, I'm gonna give you a little preview. We got a spoiler coming up. Will be coming out this Friday. So just as an FYI, we have Friday at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. whenever I feel like loading it. We will have a spoiler video with some spoilers, so we're not going to cover those tonight. But we are going to cover some of the other spoilers. And what I did is I told the guys to message me ones that they wanted to talk about. So only ones that we felt were decent enough to actually have a conversation about we're going to talk about, because there's so many they have 256 cards, so we really want to talk about every one of them. The one caveat to that is we will always talk about every leader. And I say that because we're going to do a leader ranking once we get all the leaders, so we might as well talk about them now. That way Alex can't use the excuse, well, I don't know what that leader does. So we get that. I get that from Alex all the time. So, but here we have Secrets of Power. But before we get into that, these are the prestige cards. I don't think we revealed the prestige cards on our stream, so I thought I'd throw them up there because like that Cad Bane is amazing looking. Like
beautiful.
I already told my locals I probably want 2 boxes now of Carbonites, and that's like pushing it for me. Usually like I'm a 1 Carbonite guy because I got burned on set 4 when I bought 3 of them and got nothing, no serials or showcases out of them. So but I will tell you also that major Partagaz, I don't know how you say that, JJ.
Yeah, Partagaz. Yeah.
Like that is super sweet too. Like that, like I want a poster of something like this. Like, I don't know. I like these. I like this prestiges, but enough about the prestiges. Let's get into the very first leader. It's between JJ and Sam. Who wants to reveal the leader that you guys cast?
All right. So we got Luthen Rail. Yes, I love it. When a friendly unit is defeated while attacking, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, deal 1 damage to a unit or a base. He deploys on 5. He comes in with 2 attacks, 7th health when he's deployed on 5, and his ability reads: when attacking a friendly unit is when a friendly unit is defeated while attacking, you may deal 2 damage to a unit or a base. And he has just a rebel subtext there. Pretty interesting because this definitely plays into a more aggro style, but you're also playing into primarily like an ambush style list, right? Where you're putting out units out in your hands. You'll probably want to play second, so that way your opponent has a unit out on the field where you can deploy into, and then you can still do damage into a base every time that you're able to kill or have like one of your friendlies killed there. You're always putting out damage constantly here. This feels like very much like a beat down style deck, right? Because you're controlling by sending out units to kill other units constantly, and then making your opponent pay by putting out damage to there. Definitely really strong. I like this leader a lot. I think there's a lot of fun decks that we'll be able to play with this. That's going to do a lot of work, and yeah, I definitely like this a lot.
it's really cool if you have overwhelm units.
Oh yeah, overwhelm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you think this is an aggro leader? Like, because you're trading your units.
Seems mid-ranging to me.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it. I don't see the aggro piece to it. Like, and he's a 2/7, right? So like this kind of feels like our what's the set 1 leader where if he's damaged you get +1? What's his name? Krennic.
Oh,
like in terms of like how the leader is styled, it's a low attack, high health, comes out on 5, so it's not like super early but not super late. Yeah, I felt this was more mid-range, and like I could see, I guess I could see the aggro piece to it if you really want. but you have to have overwhelm, and how many overwhelm units really exist, right? Like especially
you
in
don't
hero.
have to have overwhelm, but it is pretty nice.
What else are you, okay, but if you don't use the overwhelm, how are you in aggro deck? You're just going to go to base, because the only way to get his ability off is to kill another unit.
I'm not the one saying
And
he's
have your-
aggro.
Okay, all right.
It's not
I'm
to
not gonna
kill
defend
another
that.
unit; it's kill your own.
Yeah, it's when your unit dies attacking things, so you're trading up into stuff.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's not an aggro. That's not aggro to me.
You don't want to trade
I
your
don't know.
units in aggro.
They know you want to keep them. You want other people to kill them for you. But I think
No,
this,
the other people are defending their position.
he's gonna love heroic sack though, man. Holy crap! Like this guy's gonna love, and if we want to talk a little bit Twin Sunsy, right? I would love to run him in Twin Sons with Leia. Like, oh my gosh, is that gonna be like a super fun Twin Sons deck?
Instead of like doing something real wonky with set 3 Anakin, where you trade up and then up more.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, all right. I get. No, I still like the Leia thing.
Double
That's
red
fair.
seems iffy.
Or
in Twin
Fennec.
Sons.
Or Fennec.
Oh, I
That's
like
fair.
Fennec.
Is fair.
Oh yeah, Fennec. Yeah, hell yeah.
So you said that you wanted to ambush, JJ. There you go.
Yep, there you go.
JJ's
man,
new
that's
Twin
That'd be
Sons
such a
deck.
great. Oh, that's a great Twin
just
Sons
just
deck.
Fennec out a Greedo and watch what happens.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Luthen's decent. I actually again, we talk about these abilities that don't cost you actions or money. I like those better. I always think those leaders typically do better. He's also common, by the way. So he's going to be something that you're going to see a lot of in Premiere, or not Premiere, sealed, and in the sealed environment. And I would put him as one of the. I'm going to predict Alex is putting him as one of the. This leader is really good in sealed.
I mean, free damage is free damage. You can also do it to units, which seems pretty nice. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Should we give him way too early prediction of power right now?
No.
A tier, better than Sabine, baby. A tier.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to the next one. The next one we have is Sly Moore. Alex, do you want to cover Sly?
Sure.
Sly Cooper.
Yeah, I was gonna say not the Fendi. Sly Moore. Sam won't get it. He's too young.
Not at all.
So yes, Sly Moore. It's a yellow villainy unit. Is as an action, you can spend 1 resource and exhaust them, and then if there are 4 or more exhausted units in play, create a spy token. It has the Force, Imperial, and Official traits, and when she flips, is a 3/6 for 5, and then on attack, you may deal 2 damage to an exhausted unit. So if you can spam out a lot of exhausted units, you get spies. A lot of spies. A lot of spies.
Yeah, I don't know how sold I am on this leader. Maybe in sealed, she's
It depends
good.
on how many cards can just pump out units real fast, or how
I mean-
well you can exhaust and ignore your opponent's board. I thought of one really silly thing, and I know JJ would love it. JJ, you ready for this? Playing
Yeah.
green Sly Moore, and then you just play Clone Wars.
Yes, that's exactly
It
the
just-
first thing I thought. Yes, I know.
Everything.
That is so good.
Droid manufactory.
Yeah, or the droid deployment card and all that kind of stuff, right? Where you can I'm paying 1 to get 2 1/1 bozos or whatever. You can kind of, because it is for the entire field itself, right? So it's a little bit less restrictive than it might seem initially, but we'll have to really see payoff for going that wide, or spy tokens, or Sly Moore. But
Yeah.
it's
So
really
here's
cool art.
this. Do you play Sly like you play Setsu Han? Like get a lot of cheap units out there and just take advantage of the ability?
Maybe. We don't know. I don't know. We haven't talked about some of the other cards that are coming up, but I haven't seen anything that makes this leader.
I mean, if you have a lot of
Super good.
spies and keep generating spies and stuff,
Sure. If you could create a
Also
spy
really-
train.
Yeah, you can like chain it kind of like you do Akbar.
Yes.
Also kind of a funny pairing, I think, for in Twin Suns with Vader Pilot.
Yep. Very dirty
Stick with my
Vader Pilot.
monocolored leaders into for Twin Suns. But yeah, it seems pretty fun.
I would actually play that in Twin Suns. Actually, to be honest with you, I would play that.
Oh, you haven't lived until you
Wholeheartedly.
played Von Reg, Vader Pilot, and Twin Suns.
Oh, I'm sure people will not want me to play that. So that does not sound
Yeah.
like any fun for anyone.
No, it doesn't.
Good
That
times.
sounds awful.
Now,
No.
no, you want to know what would be even more fun? How about Trench and Kylo together?
All the
Let's do
discards.
that.
What happened to Trench Afra? I thought that was going to be your whole thing, man.
Oh, that's right. I don't have an Ephra showcase though. I have a Trench showcase and a Kylo showcase. So, like, at least my board will look cool. All right, let's move on to the next leader. We have Satine Kreese. Sam, you want to tell us about Satine and why
Sure.
the art is ugly? I do not like this.
Oh
art.
my
It
god!
just
Yeah,
looks
I
like
hate
Kate
the art.
Blanchett.
I know. I don't
know.
like this art. So
So we
I'll
got
play
unique Satine Kreese, blue hero. Action, heal up to 2 damage from unit. If you do, deal that much to your base with a deploy on 5 Mandalorian official. And for 5, you get a 0/8 with restore 4. So either you're using Satine Mill from set 3, which they're probably going to reprint this set, and I'm calling it. They're going to reprint that card this set. Or I don't actually see what this leader is very insanely good for, unless you're upgrading her or doing something or soaking indirect damage.
Yeah, restore 4 on a leader.
Sure,
That's
you
at
have
five-
at five
3 on
resources.
Ray. Like, okay.
For 5.
Hits for 0. You're not gaining anything really. You're
I'm
just
gaining
healing
4
damage.
life.
Yeah, I'm not sold.
while I mill you out, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm playing my
No, don't.
vigilance on you. I'm going to play vigilance. I'm going to make I'm going to make this the blue hero mill deck. That's what I'm going to do.
I would like once Ray rotates out, this is in strong consideration for a mono blue heroic deck that I was working on. I mean, you can just put size matters on her and just bigger 5/5 restore 4 for 5.
Sure, but then you get. There's so many ways to kill a 5 health rather than an 8 health, but it's just.
At 5 resources when you can't
0/8.
hit leaders.
Well, I got takedown,
Sure.
but yes, there's not as many as there's not as
Yeah,
much.
I mean,
as
if I'm
you
playing
think
another
there is.
blue, I just don't play size matters not, right? Or whatever I want to put on there.
Mhm.
I don't actually think I think there's something to her, to be perfectly honest with you. It's a little weird that you have to heal damage off your unit and do it to your base. But I'll be honest with you, like if you have a turret sitting out there, right? So if you play this with a forest base, a blue forest base, let's say we're gonna go mono blue and we'll just do the mono blue thing. You could put turret out there, and create your force, or you could run that 25 health base if you really want to get cheeky and have force whenever you want it. I don't know. I think there's something here that we're not seeing.
I like her
Because
a
we
lot.
haven't seen all the cards. Like
I think she's great.
Yeah, I mean, because even just can you imagine just putting like a lightsaber on her, for Christ's sake? Like you could put a lightsaber on her or something.
Yeah, but
to give her a
Mandalorian
few
armor
attack
if you really
power.
want to get spicy.
Well,
She's
you
a
could do that
Mandalorian.
too. Yeah, that's true. You could put Boba Fett's armor on her if you
I can do
really
whatever
wanna
I
be
want.
cheeky. Yeah, but I think there's more to her than that. I do like to heal 2 damage off your unit. In the aspect of it allows you to stop. I will tell you, I mean, we have seen it not be super productive, but it feels like this is like non-restrictive. It does not care what you're in, like what arena you're in. It does not care. It doesn't have to have any other actions. You just have to take an action to do it. So if you attack into my turret and I use the force and it does 1 damage or 2 damage, I just heal it right off turret. And yeah, whatever, it goes to the base, but now my turret's
you
at full health
play
again.
A fair amount of restore cards, you don't care. You would much rather have that damage on your base than your units.
Because then Pelt can't steal them.
Well, that too. Also, it says you can heal up to 2 damage from a unit. You can heal your opponent's unit and then take that to base.
Yeah, but
That one time you want to stop an Ogdo Bogdo.
okay,
Oh, man.
sure.
Okay, hold on. You can do that to end the game too, right? You could do that. They have a damage unit out there. You only need 2 damage left. You can heal 2 damage off their unit and do it. Oh, you got to do it to your base.
Or
They don't do it to
base,
their
not
base. That'd be
theirs.
All right,
really
all right.
busted.
Well, that would be really cool. No, that would be a cool ability. Okay, never mind. Let's keep moving. I agree with you though, Alex. I think there's
I
something
like
here.
Satine a lot. I think she's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that there will be like some way that we can get some stuff to work. I think there's some cards coming that'll work with her.
Yeah.
But all right, the last leader we have is Deandra.
Deidre.
Deandra.
Deidre
I'm
Mura.
I'm calling her Deandra. I don't care. I'm calling her Deandra. I'm gonna call her D because she kind of looks like D in this picture. She kind of looks like a bird. So, I don't like this artwork either. Like, I don't know why we have to have angry face. Deidre, but so anyway, she's not wasting any time. She is a red villainy imperial officer. She says action, spend a resource and exhaust, choose an enemy unit, and its controller may either deal damage, do it, or if they don't, draw a card. She comes out on 4, and she is a 2/5. And basically, what her stats say is while you have more cards in your hand than an opponent, this unit gains raid 2. I think her non-leader ability is better than her leader ability, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
Yeah.
How
I
are?
don't care about the raid 2.
Oh, okay. I got it backwards. I was about to yell at you. I'm like, as a control player, how are you saying that? But no, you're
I
completely
totally
right.
agree. Like, it almost feels like you want to play her later in the game anyway, right? Because you want to take advantage of the cards in hand all the time. And usually by turn 5 or 6, your opponent already is getting pretty low on cards. And if you've used this ability several times, you've already had more than likely drawn 1 or more cards more than your opponent. And then you're going to have Deidre's ability for later on, right? When you really need to push that extra damage down the line. So while it's nice for her to deploy on a 4, you're probably not going to deploy her on average until maybe turn 6 or 7, just to make sure you have that ability active, unless you really, really, really want to have extra cards in your hand, which is always a great thing, right? Because sometimes you're just not getting the card you need, and if your opponent doesn't want to keep on dealing 2 damage to a unit, they'll always opt for that card draw. So
Yeah, and to answer anybody's question, whoever has a question of can you choose a non-unit and deal 2 damage to a non-existing unit, the answer is no. You cannot do
Or
that.
else they just take the damage and you pay the 1 and then it just does nothing because there's nothing to do the 2
Yeah,
damage.
you can't choose an enemy unit if there are no enemy
There's
units.
no. I know. I saw that come up in a couple of discords. And I just wanted to throw this out there. So
Still be
anybody
worried.
else who had questions? Yep. I actually kind of like this leader. Like, I'm not as excited for her as I am. Like, I like Satine like better, and that's probably just because it's more my play style. But like, I think as an aggro deck, Deidre does really good. Like, basically, you could play a little bit under curve in villain, typically anyway. And now you could basically say you want to put a unit out. I'm going to be able to do 2 damage to whatever unit I choose. And if you don't, I'm going to get extra cards. And then now, because I can play lower to the ground, I can play a bunch of extra cards to kill your unit anyway. I don't know. I think there's probably something here too. It's weird that she's a 4-cost leader because I would rather just have this as a control leader. But like, I like control, so I don't know why I would want a 2/5 control leader. So it's probably not.
She is the new control leader. She is the new Bosk. If I was
No.
I've already made a hard control build. I've already started to do stuff there. And I hate hard control. I hate control in general. Any deck that runs Power of the Dark Side is a deck I don't want to sit across the table from. But this is the one leader I'm actually excited for because of control. And you will come around to it. And I already see you sitting down across from me the table at weeklies. And I already see myself going in my head, why did I mention this on this podcast episode where then you're going to actually do it?
Now, you know what leader I'll be playing the most of?
Satine?
Trench.
Yeah.
Just so
I
you
know.
ahead
I
of
know.
time. Like, I'm going to be playing Trench for the whole next set, man. Like, that's my goal. My goal is to win a PQ with Trench. There you go. So just so you know ahead of time. I would like to win a PQ with Trench. So I don't know, Alex. You haven't said anything. Does this tickle your fancy?
It seems interesting. It really, a lot of it is just like, do I care if my opponent draws a card or not? I think that's what it kind of comes down to. Like, do I care if my unit takes 2 damage? Yeah. No. Well, draw a card. Do I care if they don't? Whatever. I'll eat the damage. Right? Like, I mean, obviously, the whole point is trying to put them in stickier situations than that. But historically, a lot of card draw hasn't been like too big of an issue. But the card pool's getting better across the board, right? So maybe that will start being more of an issue.
Yeah. I don't know. I do like her. I don't know if I like her as much as Satine. And I guess, Sam, I will wait on pins and needles for your hard control Deandra deck. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. All right. Up next, we're going to talk about some of the Secrets of Power card reveals. Because I thought, hey, if we're going to do leaders, we might as well do some card reveals as well. I like my intro graphic of Price. I don't know, JJ. Where's JJ on this one? JJ should be ecstatic about that image. So.
Hell yeah, man. It's so good.
So, all right. So, Alex, kick us off tonight. We got 3 cards on the screen. We'll do the same thing we always do is everybody takes a card. We'll just kind of go round robin. And Alex, we're going to let you lead it off. Which card do you want to talk about first?
I'm just going to go in order. B2 EMO. Where's that from, JJ?
Oh,
that's
my
from
God.
Andor. That's
Andor.
That's Cassian's mom's Marva's droid that he grew up with, technically.
Does it have like a shorthand name?
No.
Like R2? No, it's just B2 EMO.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways.
BMO.
Yeah, emo.
Sure.
From Adventure Time.
Gross.
All right, keep going.
So it is a 0-4 for 1, just straight heroic unit. It's got the fringe and the droid traits. It has Restore 1, and then on attack, you may disclose 2 heroic aspects, which actually seems a little bit annoying. And if you do, give a unit Sentinel for this phase. But I like that it's a 0-4 Restore 1 for 1.
Yeah.
I like that I could play Babu Frick with this, and I can attack for 4.
And Restore 1.
And Restore 1.
And you can also play it in Ray. If you really want to get annoying, because that's an annoying first turn Ray play. Because now you have a 1-5 Restore 1.
Yeah, I would play this in a Ray deck all day. Yeah.
So you like the Babu's energy, you get Ray's energy, you get anything that's just like, you get Restore, you can give things Sentinel, right, if you disclose things. I just think it's just like it's a little like 1-drop. I like it.
I love this card. This is actually one of my top favorite cards. And it makes me feel that we're going we're going to get like a leader that has some other ability with it that will allow us for disclose to help this one out even more. But like you could just you could play this in like every hero deck. Like almost every hero deck can play this now. And I don't know. I like it. I hope we get a Cassian that goes with it. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I hope we get we should have put K2SO as a leader. We didn't even think about that, boys.
No way.
Nah, he's not a leader. Cassian told him no.
You're hurting my heart. All right, JJ, pick the next card. What do you want to? Which one do you want to go out after?
I'm gonna go right in order. We're gonna go with Hunter. He's a 6-cost yellow and heroic aspect, 7 attack, 6 health. That's a very, very good stat line for a 6. It comes with Saboteur, which is even better. And on attack, if the defender is exhausted, it gets -4 for this attack, which to me is like a prime unit to put in for ECL. You deploy this guy, he'll ignore Sentinel, go right into a unit, and they get -4 for the attack. You're likely going to take out that unit, and he's going to take a lot less damage in return. Very, very big play for ECL, and I like Hunter a lot. He's definitely going to see a lot of play, for sure.
Yeah, it sucks if you have like a 4/7 leader that like just swung and Hunter just shows up and just kills him for nothing. For nothing in return. Behind a wall of Sentinels.
Nala Say players are going to rejoice with this for sure.
Yeah, they're fine. I'll say it's got 8 health, baby. So does Satine.
No, I'm saying this is just another card to add
Yeah.
into a Nala Say deck, man.
Anyone
I
playing
was thinking-
Sifo Diaz.
Yep.
Or we could put this deck into a hunter deck. Can a hunter be good again? Maybe.
No,
Finally.
No, kill that one. I
Never
don't wanna
was,
hear it.
never will be.
Maybe a Jin deck. You know what? We'll go with the on attack plus the Jin ability. It'll be
All right,
fine.
well,
Give
you
a
are-
-6. Live through a crate dragon swing.
Yeah.
Or -5 or whatever it is. I don't know. I think the hunter's pretty solid, especially as an ECL target.
That are timely. Yeah. I really like them too. I think like that extra attack power is really good for his cost.
I mean, sneak attacking them in for 5 just to kill basically any 5-cost leader is pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Not Satine.
Yeah, because she's
She'll
good.
have 1 health left.
All right, let's move on to Unveiled Might. I love the artwork on this, by the way. The artwork on this card is amazing. I will be happy to have hyperfoils of this card.
Is that Vader with a different helmet?
Mm.
I mean, that's what it looks like. He's got a cape.
It's not Vader.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep moving. This is essentially a 4-cost green upgrade. It has +2/+3. It's a plot card, so basically you deploy your leader, you could pay its cost and smuggle it out onto your leader. Probably that's probably where I'd be putting it. So, seems pretty good actually for a plot card. It is a little expensive at 4 costs, but I mean you do have the ability to smuggle it out. So I mean, which is funny because they banned Force Throw, and now we're gonna get more smuggle stuff. So, like.
Well, smuggle adjacent. It's not like you can play it
Whatever.
at any time.
Sure. So I like this card. I don't like this as much as I like BMO, but I do like this card. I do think like seeing these plot cards. I don't know. They just make me think of what can I do when I play. Oh, I could play this on Trench when I deploy Trench.
Why? He wanted to die.
I know.
I mean, I
I
think
want to
this
be able
goes
to kill
well.
something bigger.
This goes well in a Garth Saxon deck too. You put this into your reserves and deploy a unit later on. You play this on there. It's going to get a +1 on top of the +2 and 3 from the card itself. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
Saxon
pretty
a
solid.
7/10.
Yep, exactly. It is pretty nice. And to answer your question, this is a Maul Mandalorian, by the way.
Oh, okay. Good for him. The no, I like it because it just really messes with math, right? When you deploy your leader, that's why I like it a lot because you're just like, this is probably a bad example, but if you have like Sabine, right? Like just flip Sabine, and all of a sudden now you're a 4/8.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
That's pretty.
No
that's
longer-
pretty annoying.
No longer can you be taken down any longer.
Right.
So
It is-
we are very sad about that.
What I like about this is that it gives +2/+3 without your opponent being able to respond to your flip turn at all. And I think that's like pretty good. It is a little expensive for 4, but that's a good thing. I think for a card like this, because just messing with that like leader math just really, you're playing Quinlan and they flip their 5-cost leader that's got 7 health, and then they have Unveiled Might. Now you can't just like Plo Koon and kill them.
Would you add this into Kylo deck? Kylo Green?
No, 'cause you're already getting the upgrades, right? So you don't need the plot mechanic to do that. So it's like less efficient, I think. That'd be my
Uh,
justification.
And the plot like upgrades that we've seen so far, because this isn't the only one, are always like overcosted, undervalue. And so I'm like, there's no way that if it didn't have plot on it, you would pay for a 2/3 upgrade. It's just because it can immediately go onto your leader. At that point, I'd rather pay 1 more for Craving Power for 1 less health and then blow up one of your units at the same time. Like,
If they are unable to respond to you between that. Right, like then you get to play the Craving Power.
yeah, but I mean, like you discard it and then it immediately jumps onto you when you because it's only
Oh yeah, for
one
Kylo,
difference.
sure.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. Sam,
Got.
you're up.
I think we just keep going in order. We're chilling. Got a green 6-cost rare event, Dismantle the Conspiracy. It's a tactic, and it is a friendly unit captures any number of enemy non-leader units with a total of 7 or less remaining HP. Ping decks are going to love this card. You just get a bunch of their units lower health, and then you just capture their entire board at once, and that sounds beautiful.
Capture every single TIE fighter Vader has,
Boom.
and then have 7 health to capture.
Boom.
I mean, I don't think that's how that works. You could do 7 ties, but whatever. It's kind of like Cad Bane on an event.
And for heroic side too, not for villainy.
Yeah. Seems a little expensive for what it's doing, but I mean, the any number is pretty nice because you can capture. I mean, I guess up to 7 units, but more. You're probably capturing like 3 to 4. And if you spread damage around, which other cards in this set seem like you could spread damage around, it might be a little bit better.
Yeah,
But that's a lot. That's a lot for a green heroic card.
Yeah, I will say you play that, I'll just play Rival's Fall. I think the only deck that's going to hate this card is Vader decks. Outside of that, like, oh no, you just did this, and as long as I kill that unit, I get all my units back with all their health back. All right, thank you. I'll do that.
Lurking TIE Phantom.
I don't know.
About it.
I like the art work on this. Like, I like how they've got an LSA, pinned up there.
hmm
And or JJ, what is that bot's name that's down there? What the heck is that bot's name? I cannot remember what his name is for the life of me.
no idea. I was
yeah.
racking my brain too on who it is. Yeah.
From Bad Batch. It's the one with the super long name, right? It has like 26, 27
Yeah.
letters and numbers in it.
I don't remember that, but anyway, all right, Alex, you're up next. What's the next card to reveal?
Yeah. Mon Mothma. Look at that. It's a 7-cost green heroic unit. It's got the Rebel official traits. It's a rare card. It is a 5/8 with Restore 3. When played, you may attack with any number of other units, one at a time, even if those units are exhausted, and they can't attack bases for that attack. I think this is pretty solid. I love the Restore 3 on a 5/8, and then also just swinging with my exhausted units again seems pretty cool. If I happen to have things like reinforcement walkers or whatever, or anything, it's like on attack triggers, all that kind of stuff is pretty nice. I mean, you don't want to full send your entire board into theirs if you want to attack base, but you can just swing into their units however you want, which is pretty cool. I like it.
I think this card is crazy good. Like, I think this card's up there with Kelleran, but it's got the Rebel tag on it. So, it's just even better because now it's got all the Rebel synergy. I don't know how this is not a legendary. How about that? That's the first question I have is what legendaries are we getting that are going to be better than this? This feels like this is a legendary card.
Yeah,
I
just
drinking tea.
I was gonna say, is this the moment that she drinks before she hits the dance floor in the wedding?
Yes.
Is this why she has 5 attack because she tore it up on the dance floor?
No.
Oh, it's
No,
5
not.
because of the number Emmys the series one. You're right. That's what it is. Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that one. Yeah, I don't know. I agree with you, Alex. I like this card a lot. I can't wait to play this in Han 2.
Yeah, it seems pretty decent.
JJ.
All right, so straight from the Clone Wars, we got the 2-cost Mina Bonteri. Stop this war! She is a heroic green separatist official, which is interesting. I like that a lot. So she's a 2 attack, 4 health with Restore 1. When defeated, you may disclose 2 green and 1 heroic aspect cards. If you do, you draw a card. It's okay at best. Sadly, there's not. I think this is the first heroic separatist official that we've seen, if I remember correctly.
He's the first
just
heroic
wish there was
separatist.
Yeah. And it kind of sucks not being able to play this villainy, mainly because I would love to play this with Thrawn for the when defeated effect. But I mean, it's a pretty cheap unit, pretty good stat line, 2/4, and it has restore right off the bat. It'll definitely see its way in a couple of different leaders, just for the restore effect and being able to draw a card when it's defeated. It'll have some play, but it's going to be very, very niche for just the specific archetypes that want to play this. So,
Ray
Is there
Danimal
any-
loves this card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any separatist like synergy in Hero, or is this kind of the first one?
I think this is the first one. Yep.
Okay.
What is it? Sword and shield maneuver, where you attack with a clone and it's a Republican or a
Playing both
separatist unit,
sides. That's what it is.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Heroes on both sides. Yeah, because that's. Anyways, 2/4 for 2 restore 1 is really good, and also you have a possibility of drawing a card.
Mhm.
I like it. I think that's really strong.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I like this card too. I think she's good. All right. Moving on, we have Retaliation. It's a 5-cost blue event that says defeat a unit that dealt damage to a base this phase. Thank you, FFG, for more control. I love this card. Like Trench, like this is auto included in my Trench deck all of a sudden now. Like I've already as soon as the set drops, I am 100% buying like hyperspaces and hyperspace foils of this card. I'm gonna own all of these cards. Yep, it'll be cheap, and I will play the hell out of this card, especially after rotation.
The fact
And
that
there's
it does
no
it
restriction.
right, that you can do it to leaders is why I really like this card.
Yeah.
Like this is a rival's fall almost, as long as they attack.
Yeah,
the
as long
base.
as you eat the
based.
damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I'm just really confused about why they chose Cyril to be like one of the faces in this. Like, when did he ever attack the base? Like,
He's just sitting there taking it like,
I don't know, right?
He retaliates at some point.
You know who could swing into a base and then not die to retaliation? It's Satine. No, I think this card is pretty nasty, and depending on how prevalent it is, you might like have to switch up what order you want to do things in, right? Because you don't want to just like immediately swing with your leader if they're just gonna die. But
Yeah.
also, like if you swing in with another unit, they could just retaliate that. So it's like there's a lot of cool mind games you can do with that.
Yeah, and when you hit 8 resources, you have a Power of the Dark Side plus this. I'm excited. I don't even need Super Laser Blast anymore. Just give me a couple powers and this, and man, we're good, baby. We're good. All right. What's the next one? Sam, you're up.
we got Chandrillan Sponsor. It is a common 2-cost blue hero. It is a 2/3 official with Restore 2, and it's a ground unit. That's just good. I like that. That's just Ray like fuel. There's no blue hero decks that don't have a force base that don't like this. Like, this is just good.
Mhm.
Yeah, Restore 2 is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
So they originally said they only wanted these games to go to like 7 or 8 rounds. Like
Yeah.
all this restore shit. Like we're gonna be like this gonna be like 12-round
Mm-hmm.
roulette,
Normal
baby.
game length.
Well, that's for us control players. For the rest of the world, it's not.
Yeah, it's really strong, especially when you can like heal 2 off of this and then just swing in and restore the 2 that you did on your base.
And it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
unique either, so you can have
Uh-huh.
multiples out.
Yeah, and it's like a Ray target. Just turn it into a 3/4 restore 2.
Or pay the extra one for an Owen. There you go. Yeah, restore 6 by 3 resources.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
That's a
Yeah,
wall.
this thing is kind of bonkers to me. I'm surprised it's a common. Like, blue seems really good for limited with the cards they've shown us so far.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on to the next one. Alex.
Yeah, you got Sonara San, who I believe is from Resistance, right, JJ? That's what someone told me.
Yep.
There
Yep,
you go.
Resistance Show. Yep.
It is a 7/7 for 7 yellow. It has hidden. It is an underworld card. It's a legendary as well. On attack, for each friendly unit, ready a friendly resource. Just time walk them, I guess. Just get back a bunch of resources, and you know how strong that is if you've ever played Pilot Han.
Yeah, let me play
except
this
for
with
now you're
Boba.
doing
How
it.
about that?
Yeah. Like it's at least it's an on attack, so it's just not like play and ready everything like Han is, but a 7/7 for 7 that's hidden, so it can't be swung into to try to get that off. Granted, you don't want to swing with her immediately on your next turn because you don't have any resources to ready, unless they in debt to the Crimson Dawned you or something. But yeah, I mean 7/7 for 7 is always the pretty cool line. It doesn't have an immediate impact on the board, so it might be a little bit iffy then. Probably not for mid-range decks, but pretty cool.
So is it the from the last set Dooku, right? Count Dooku is the one that gives you the hidden
re-hidden
again, right?
Yeah, this set, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you play Sinara, right, on turn 7, and then the following turn you play Dooku to have her hidden again and to make sure that she can't be attacked. And then you attack with her and gain back all the resources that you just got from Dooku. And oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
There
As
might be a
Han
high
player.
ceiling for this, but also it's really expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's not. I'm gonna hot take this one. It's not good
You
because
don't want to play this in set 1 Han.
no, not at all.
Hmm.
In set 1 Han, I want to be playing Kellerin, Han 1 unit. I can U-wing. I could put out multiple units. Like there's so many other things I would rather be doing than a 7/7 that is either going to immediately die as soon as that hidden wears off because they're going to claim and either removal it or do something. But I need much more of a board impact than that. When you're using like Han 1, you're immediately ambushing and killing something. Like in Quinlan, you're taking out their Kiras or their Ahsokas. In, I don't know, any other deck, like you're Kellerin, and then you get a Falcon and you attack. And then if they power you, it doesn't immediately become do you kill your leader or Kellerin. It's you kill the Falcon in space, then you swing. This is way too killable. And not to mention the on attack is kind of useless in a lot of decks because in what decks are you going super wide and you haven't already won, and by 8 resources, you're attacking with all of them and then hitting with Sonara after spending said resources.
Akbar.
And yeah, it's I'm not excited for this at all, and I kind of think it's like a $2 legendary, if even.
Okay, we all keep forgetting about. Then there was 2 of them, right? Like where she can come out.
You can now
cheaper.
do it's an underworld.
Yeah, Cat
yeah,
Bane
man.
loves it, but like, I don't know.
I mean, I
Getting
would put
back
this
free
in the
resources.
yellow Vader deck too, right? Because you're going to have a ton of like cheap ties out on the board, and assuming your opponent is so busy on trying to
No,
Vader
no.
won by 6.
JJ,
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
JJ, if I have to wait till 7 resources with Vader and I have that one, I don't care about this. I don't need the extra resources to play more shit. I don't have a hand to begin with.
You can also sneak attack her out for 6.
Yeah.
And then is ready, is hidden on attack, get a bunch of resources back.
That's great. I love that. That is the only good combo I can think of with her.
I don't know. I think
We'll see
you're
what
a
other
little
cards
harsh
left
there,
here.
saying we'll see. Yeah, I genuinely think she's pretty good. So,
I
all
think
right,
it's solid. I think it depends on the other cards in this set.
all right, JJ, you're up, baby.
All right, yeah, we'll go in order. Charged with Espionage. It's a 2-cost yellow aspect. You may disclose 2 yellow aspect cards from your hand. If you do look at an opponent's hand and discard a unit from it. Super strong, especially when you combine it with Bazine. You got some yellow hand control right off the bat right there. Get rid of your opponent's Sonaras, rid of your opponent's pilots or Vaders or anything that's strong or anything that they could possibly play that turn. And you can really mess up somebody's hand. So, I mean, we got rid of the force throw, and now we're just, going with the cheaper Charge of Espionage. Granted, you're not dealing damage, but you're just taking a card out of your opponent's hand, and they don't get to draw anything back after that, to replace it. So it's definitely going to see some play. I'm surprised it's just a single aspect yellow, but yeah, it's going to see play for sure.
I love this card. So, but this is my style. I like this card. So
Yeah, I mean, it's like reverse tip scale, right? Like
Yeah.
you have tip
Except-
scale and charge with espionage, and then you have like jam communication, spark rebellion, all that kind of stuff.
I like this card in Trench too.
Oh yeah.
Because I can play this turn 1 now.
Mm-hmm.
and you don't get to play a unit this turn, baby.
I would love it played against me as Trench.
Yep. Like, which unit do you want? What, they don't exist.
Which one of these 7 events do you want to try to rip from my hand?
I think this is actually a really strong card. I think this will be like this. How about this? At minimum, inside of a sealed environment, this card, you should 100% be taking this card in a sealed player. If you're playing yellow, take this card. Just
If you have
immediately put it in
high
there.
enough density of yellow cards.
Yeah.
Does this make set 1 Thrawn great again with the
No.
Bounty Hunter?
See, I
and
noticed you said
Foresight
again.
and
I have to showcase JJ. I would love for it to happen. Oh man! All right, so you got to go to Worlds next year so that way you and I can both play Thrawn Thrawn Twin Sun mirrors, where we just build Thrawn Twin Sun decks. That's what we're gonna do.
hell yeah, man.
If you come up here for October, we'll figure out how to get a Twin Suns event going, and it'll be you and me. It'll be a Thrawn off. We'll just have like Thrawn. Everybody has to bring Thrawns. There you go.
Only
That'd be
Thrawns.
great.
Only Thrawns, baby. There's 2 of them. So you get to pick which one you want. All right, let's.
And I think
Let's
this is a
move
very
on.
solid card. Also uncommon, which is nasty and limited.
Yes, that's kind of what I was saying. Is like I still think this in limited. I think this is going to be really good.
Yes, in limited, it's great. In villainy, it's great. In hero, you just run Spark of Rebellion and you call it good because then you're not showing them anything and then you're not restricted.
I mean, Spark Rebellion is just
Sure.
a strictly better card until it rotates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is the replacement for that.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right. I really don't want to do the next one. I'd prefer to do New Gun Ray, but I will do Kylo Ren Shuttle, I suppose.
Just send it to someone else. Just tell JJ to read it. Again, you got
Yeah,
Church with
sure.
Espionage. You can do Kylo.
Yeah, why not? So, got the 4-cost Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle, and it comes with a blue and villainy aspect with 3 attack and 5 health. Has the first order vehicle and transport tags on it, and it reads each friendly ground unit with Sentinel gets +2 health. Really good, actually. I mean, you in a Kylo deck, especially if you're running a lot of Sentinel early on, you can really buff those Sentinel pieces out there. This also works really well with like blue Palp decks too. If you're running Sentinels, and so you could get Palp out there, just giving extra health to Sentinel units out there. Always really good to have on there. This we'll probably see some play. I mean, there's a lot of great ways to help delay your opponent's advance to by giving them that buff up there, and it's pretty decent for its stat line there. And you can also give there are other equipment pieces that give units Sentinel, which will then give them an additional +2 for that. So yeah, there's a lot of great ways to combo into this here. This will definitely see play.
First thing I want to know is when is the XWA for X-Wing going to fix the Upsilon shuttle so that it can be playable again? And then can I also get a Kylo Ren in it instead? Like I want my Kylo Ren unit back to be able to play that crew member, and I want them to fix the Upsilon so it doesn't suck ass. That's what you should take back to the XWAs, to fix the Upsilon and reissue it so we have a better dial and everything. But I don't think the stat line of this card is like super great, but I do genuinely. So what I want to know is why do we keep getting these weird first order cards in like different colors? Like, come on, like I need like I can't build Phasma with 3 effing colors. I can't do that. Like god damn it. But I do like this card with the next card. Personally, like I think they pair decently well together. But like I do think that if you want to run a semi-sentinel style deck, like I do actually think it's harder to kill things in space if you're not teching for space all the time. And so this forces your opponent, like the reason I like the card is because it forces your opponent to now have to think a little bit differently, because if they're running an aggro or mid-range deck, they have to go kill this before they could just go through the sentinels. I will say I do not want to live in a world with Chirrut and this together. Like that is really bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm super excited for that.
Thrawn Force incoming, baby. Just kidding. I don't know. It's a transport too, so for whatever that's worth.
Who's the leader? The yellow leader with the transports?
Rio Durant.
Yeah, Rio Durant. Yeah,
it matters if you play Boba Pilot.
Yeah, that's about it though.
I'm not terribly excited by this card, honestly.
I am
actually.
How are you guys as Palpatine players not excited about this?
Because I don't
turn 1 official, turn 3 Emperor's Royal Guards, turn 4 play this. You have a 3/7 Sentinel. That's just
so when they kill my official, it doesn't do anything.
True, but then your leader, then any other units you play after that, I'm sure you're gonna have an official at some point.
It's only for ground sentinels, which is the stat line's not good for its cost in space. It's a legendary as well.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest
fan
art's
of
really
the
legendaries yet. I know I want a prestige.
That I honestly don't think this is particularly great outside of like Chirrut and like a little bit with the next card, which somehow ironically works with it.
I love the next card too, by the way. I love that Gunray.
I know JJ would love to play Kylo's command shuttle off aspect in a set 1 Chewbacca deck.
Yes,
but that's a little bit like I don't know. It's fine. I just like you're not healing your own units, so like the 2 health will make them eat another hit, which is cool. I just I don't know. Like it doesn't seem like it's impactful enough, because if I'm playing it on curve, I'd have to have like a 3-cost Sentinel, and that's probably like the Magna Guard, who's conditionally a Sentinel, I guess. Or like, I don't know, I played a Pike Sentinel a turn late, or it lived, or something. I'm not
Phase
not
3
sure.
Trooper. There's these. We'll go. We can go
Phase
through
3
the
would be pretty
Sentinels.
solid.
Yeah,
I was thinking of more blue, but
yeah,
sure. Mixing.
I do think Phase 3 is really good. Yeah.
I'll give you that. Until they kill the command shuttle, and then half your units die.
Yep, that too. New Gunray. I love this. I don't know why I like this card. I think it's just the artwork. I think it's because it's New Gunray. Like, I want him as a leader. That was the other one we did not guess. I bet you we're gonna get a New Gunray leader at some point.
No,
we had him. Yes, we had it in Destiny.
I almost said New Gunray for this set.
I'm pretty close to. I wish I could go back and change one of my leaders to that, because we had it, and we had a bloody mill deck with him. Damn it. Like I love New Gunray Mill. That was so much fun. Oh man, that was so much fun in Destiny. But New Gunray is a 3-cost blue villain, 3/4 separatist official. He gets grit. I don't know how long that's going to be that relevant, because he's not got very much health, but I just like his when played on attack. It's like brings back the Grievous feel when I tried to play Grievous and you could give the droid Sentinel. So he says, when played and on attack, you may give another friendly official unit Sentinel for this phase. I like it. I think it's very simple. I don't think it's like the best card of the whole set, but like it's an iconic character. And like, if you're going to be running a lot of officials like in this set, like I think this will combo well. But
iconic character.
Yeah,
really do much
he is.
The movie. Okay.
Yes,
he showed up for like 10
character.
minutes in the movie and then died.
He's in a lot of other stuff.
Or maybe I'm thinking of the other one that he was with.
1, 2, and 3.
Maybe I was thinking of the other guy that he's with. I thought one of them just like got murked. I don't know. I haven't seen those movies since they came out.
Yeah.
Well, he's escaping justice, baby.
So I kind of wish that he had some synergy with his set 3 leader. But I guess if you're putting out officials to die on purpose, you can trigger the other person's ability a lot easier. Gosh, what's the one that Admiral Mahdi that helps you
Yeah.
ready? That kind of feels like it could be okay somehow, but again, just not very much synergy with his set 3 leader. Could be okay. I mean, we do have a plethora of official units. So I'm sure there are combos out there that help you there. Just too bad you don't have like a battlefield promotion that makes a unit into an official, so that way you can use that somehow. But yeah,
Congratulations on your fighting. Here's the desk job.
exactly.
All right, let's move on.
It seems fine.
It's my Discord profile picture. I love
Yep.
that artwork.
Nice.
All right, what's the next one, Sam?
Let's see. We got. Oh, I hate that I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Cantwell's
why are you giving it all the
Arrestor
diff-
Cruiser.
Yep, you got it right on the money.
Hey, I'll take it. It is a 7-cost space unit that is a Vigilance Villainy Uncommon. It's a 6/7 Imperial vehicle ship or capital ship. Can't forget that.
little
When
important
played,
there.
yeah. When played, you may disclose 2 Vigilance, 1 Villainy. If you do exhaust an enemy unit, that unit can't ready while this unit is in play.
So good.
That's really good. I like that a lot. Okay, Luke Skywalker. You just cannot ready your 7-cost Luke Skywalker because I don't want you to.
It's a team you can't heal for 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool to freeze things. It's outside of Piat, it seems a little bit late for what you're trying to do there.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to use it against one of their bombs, which is fair.
Great Dragon.
What is this?
Yeah, I mean, you
from?
eat 7 to do that.
Yeah.
What is this from?
This is Andor.
Yeah.
This is where Luthen gets tractor beam, and then he dumps all the
Shrapnel or
the
whatever.
trash to break the tractor beam sensor in the front, and then he freaking wipes out a full set of TIE fighters and a TIE bomber.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like the artwork on this. Like,
No,
it looks
Why?
it,
It looks
they should have
goofy.
done like a top down, almost like a different angle from top.
yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
they
it
could
looks-
have done that with this. Take a look at it.
It reminds me of the Muppets, and you remember those there was these Muppets. They had the weird shaped head, and they had like the little dangly nose. That's what this looks like. And we're gonna move on because I don't want to talk
This
about
looks
what
like Gonzo.
No, well,
The Muppets. The Muppets.
yeah.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
What's the next card we have?
Charged by
All right,
murder.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do it. I guess why not? 4-cost blue event. You may disclose 2 blue icons. If you do, defeat a damaged non-leader unit. Seems okay. I mean, if FFG is really starving us of control, at least I'll play it. But it is damaged already and non-leader, so it's a little bit. It's less flexible than something like Takedown, right? Or Shatterpoint or Fell. But I guess all those have restrictions, and this one doesn't outside of damaged and also non-leader.
So when I ping it with my Vader, I can
Yeah.
then defeat it next turn.
Yep.
It'll take me 2 turns to do that, but okay.
I'll play
I
my
don't-
War Juggernaut and have my own pick of whatever I want to do.
I like it. I don't know. I like the artwork on this too. Like it's got Ahsoka standing there ready for trial. I love that. I don't know. I think this is a pretty okay card. I think like we talk about rotation. This card's going to become played more once we have some of the rotation stuff happen. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one.
All right, we got the 5-cost Topple the Summit. It is a red aspect card. It reads deal 3 damage to each damage unit, and it is a plot. I love the actual artwork there coming from Bad Batch. Really nice. It is kind of a good board wipe type deal, especially if you're playing with things that just ping all over the place. This actually could do really well if you're playing with indirect damage a lot, which you can do with a lot of the cheap red, I think it's Red Squadron Y-Wings that deal indirect damage all over the place. If your opponent ends up spreading it out, this really helps just clear the board. Of course, it does do it to your own units as well, but the benefit of this is that you get to play this as a plot, so you can bring it up whenever you set it up correctly. Could do some things just depending on the deck, but you have to really, really work in order to get this off. So you have to kind of tailor your deck around this, but other than that, it's okay for what it does. I mean, 5 cost for 3 damage.
There's one synergy all three of us are looking at. We're like, who's going to say it? I'm waiting. I see one.
Or you could play Boba Pilot, who does 4 damage out, spread amongst whatever he wants, and then play the plot card.
So I have a question. I have a question because for timing. So yeah, 100%. This is a Boba card. I don't care what anybody, but this could go in Boba or Cad Bane. Either one.
Or
it's probably better in Boba though. Or what?
Or Kira.
Oh yeah, you could
board wipe everything.
That's weird.
Yeah, well,
a Kira red.
Yeah,
Red?
you deploy and then it damages everything, and then you have a 7/1 and nothing else left on the board, and you can literally just hit 7 to base, just cause.
All right. I'll give you that. I will expect a Kira red deck out of you once we get the full set. But my question is so if I have HK 47 on the board, right? And I flip. Let's pretend HK 47 has 1 damage on them, and I flip Boba. I do 4 damage to their units, and then I play this card immediately. Even though I have to kill HK, can I resolve the damage to all of their units first, so HK can trigger to get the damage?
They're all simultaneous. It's not like
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like HK still does 1 damage to him if he trades into the unit that you're attacking.
Okay,
because
I did not know that. That's good
it's
to
like,
know.
well, I didn't lead her out, right? And you play Super Laser Blast, you heal 1 for every unit that was on the board. Same interaction.
And you're the active player, so you control the order of which death certain things happen.
Doesn't matter.
How Val works.
Yeah.
So
not I
really,
love this
actually.
card. I actually I think this card's amazing. Like holy, like again, it may be circumstances because I play Boba, so like I saw this card for Boba and immediately said this is like an auto include with Boba. Like I don't know why you would never play this card with Boba. Like now I don't have to overwhelming barrage you on my flip turn. I just flip and I use this to do the damage, and then you can bamboozle me and I cry. So that's how that usually goes for me. I like this card. I don't know. Nobody else seems to be as excited as me. So all right,
that seems fine. It's just kind of expensive for 3 damage.
I don't know. I love it. It's like a bombing run without being a bombing run, baby. Admiral Price. We have Admiral Price.
Arinda
Price.
We already have Admiral Price. That's
Admiral. She's not even an official, and you gave her Admiral.
Arinda Price. Sorry, it's late. She is a 4-cost red villain Imperial unit with 4/4 stat line. When defeated, you may defeat another friendly unit. If you do, deal 4 damage to each enemy base. I like this card. I think it's pretty good. It's like a K2SO to some extent. But you have to defeat another enemy unit. So I guess like it has some conditions. Yeah. So you.
I mean, Thrawn loves this, right? Because you can do this twice if you wanted to.
Why would you do this twice when you can?
Because you have
kill her.
Put the deck around all. You can, if you have the 2 bombers and you do this, you can kill 2 bombers, heal your base for I think it's 6 if I remember correctly, and then you're dealing 8 damage to your opponent's base.
Sure, or it can like do this once and then double trigger the thing that she also kills.
Yeah, I mean you could pick and choose, right?
Yeah,
but
I mean, like, I just seems that seems a little bit more useful than blowing up 2 of your other units with this one.
If it gets you the kill, the final kill,
sure, there's situations that exist. I just feel like whatever she kills is what you double trigger with her on more than just double kill your own things.
So how about this? If you override her, like so she's out on the board already and you play her, can you use her
like
win
playing a second
ability
copy of her?
Yeah. Can you like claim that's what you're doing or no?
What are you trying to do? No,
You're
you
trying to
can't
get it 3 times,
No,
right?
no.
Okay. No, just twice, not 3 times.
Well, see, you
I
win
just didn't-
defeated, you double trigger, and then, you double trigger, and then you kill the one you've just played, right?
No. You immediately kill whatever you just played.
Okay.
Like
so
without.
it doesn't. The when defeated doesn't go into the queue, and you don't have any of this queue stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you still get the when defeated ability. Like you can play like Obi-Wan, like Sentinel onto, or well, I guess that doesn't really specify. Blue Obi-Wan, and then like you have it out. You drop another Blue Obi-Wan. You immediately have to kill one of them, but you can still give the experience and the
Yeah.
draw off of that.
But then, wouldn't that work? Because you can play this one on
You
top of the
can't
other
use
one.
her to defeat the one you just played.
Correct. But you play this one, which
That's all I'm saying.
defeats the old one. So you get that base damage after you kill another unit. And then you can kill your unit, or no, you don't kill another unit. You play this one, and you kill it off of the first one that you have to kill with the unique rule. And then that triggers another when defeated. And then you double trigger that one. So that's 3 different times that you're using it.
No, because it says another on there. That's why it doesn't work.
But it is another because it isn't the one you've just played.
You can't use the one you just played to trigger price to kill the one that you just played. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. This is a lot of math. I'm not playing Thrawn.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about this anyway. Yeah.
Well, you should sell JJ your Thrawn showcase. There you go.
I already have
I
a Thrawn showcase.
Do you? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I bought you
Yeah.
one. I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
All of us have Thrawn showcases.
Let's do it. All of us taking Thrawn to Worlds. Let's go.
All right, let's move on to the next one that we have. No one ever knew. What's that? What is that card?
It's the conversation that we had before. That's exactly what it was. No one ever knew.
Yeah, so it's a 2 cost yellow villainy card. It is a trick because Tanner loves Java. And this is for each friendly official unit, exhaust an enemy unit. So if you have a lot of officials, like just a row of spies because you're playing Slimore, you can exhaust a lot of things and then just trigger her again. It seems okay. Like it's a little bit situational, but it can be pretty impactful if you have a lot of officials.
It'll go good in the new Java leader deck. That's what I'd say. That we're getting.
Sure.
All right. What's the next one, JJ?
All right, so we got the 5 cost Coronet. This one is a blue and heroic aspect. This comes in with 4 attack and 6 health. This is a Mandalorian vehicle transport. It has restore 1, and each other friendly unit gains restore 1. Definitely a really good ship to have on there, just because it just helps everybody restore whenever they attack. It turns out restoring is always very, very good. I like this a lot. I probably have a couple decks in mind already where I wanted to put this in there. But yeah, I like this a lot. It's awesome.
It is the ugliest. Like, it's ugly. Like,
It
who
is ugly.
makes a ship like that? How does that ship
Very.
even fly?
It's like they tried to
This
make a
is Star
B-wing
Trek.
and then stopped.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no,
Like, there's no wings,
in
there's
space.
nothing.
It doesn't need to be aerodynamic. Although it does look like they just have a space yacht with a really long
How
bottom.
do they turn it? How does it turn?
Thrusters, like just anything in
Anti-gravity, man.
space.
Well, it's like
Just shoot something with force to the left or right. You're totally fine. It's not like you need a rudder.
Look, it has
All
But also, it's Star Wars, so
It
you
doesn't
might.
need to
Who
turn.
knows? It seems a little bit expensive. I mean, it is basically just giving all your units restore 1, and that seems like if your opponent can't out this, is just like super backbreaking for them.
This
if your
is
opponent can't out it, and you're just restoring 1 with every attack that you're doing.
it's a worse home one, and I get that it's because of the cost, and I hate that my mind immediately went to, oh, just run this in Satine and be able to restore 5 because you can hit 5 with your leader for 0, whatever.
Isn't
You
that
already
like
have your
her
restore
ship?
stacking.
Nasty.
Yeah, but like there is no world where I wouldn't just run higher restore count cards over this one to give everything restore 1. Like, okay, does Yaddle have that insane ability where she's giving all her other Jedi in Yoda decks like restore? No, it's cool and it's notable, but it's not something you include Yaddle for. Like it's
JJ wants this in his Hero Boba deck.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, yes,
All the
you do.
keywords.
Ugh. All right.
I
let's
want this
keep
in
moving.
a Rose deck, a Rose Tico
There you
deck.
go.
Okay.
All right, we got 3 left that I picked. The next one is Cyril Karn. He is a 2/3 official, 2-cost red villain. On attack, you may disclose red, black icons. If you do, choose a unit, deal 2 damage to that unit unless its controller discards a card from your hand. Seems like it works really well with the Deidre. So there you go.
Yep.
I actually think it's pretty cool. I do kind of like this. It does have to live though. It has to be able to attack. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can trade it into stuff as an on attack.
Yeah. But I do kind of like it. I like this disclose mechanic. I actually think I just like this disclose mechanic. I like the mechanics of this set, I think, better than any of the other sets outside of Smuggle. Like Smuggle has been my all-time favorite, absolute favorite, like trait thing. Not trait, keyword. But so I don't know. I like this. I think this is real. I think this is actually pretty good. Especially for a 2-cost, like I can now I'm trading up. It's a 4/3. It's an official unit for my for my Emperor's Royal Guard, because maybe I'll go back to Red Palpatine with this card. Don't know, but seems pretty good to me. So
I agree. I think it's pretty solid.
all right. Sam, you get the next one, baby.
All right, we've got an uncommon 3-cost aggression heroism ground unit. Cade
How do you say your
Conics.
name?
Cadel Conics.
Yeah. It's a 3/2 resistance unit. When played, defeat all non-unique upgrades on a unit, or you may. And it is a plot card. So you want to flip this on your plot after your opponents have done that on theirs, or it's a Kylo just defeater, because you want the Kylo to come out and flip all the upgrades on it, or the Chancellor Palpatine to come in and just totally shotgun himself up with the 4-cost plot that we went through earlier, the Unveiled Might or whatever, and then you just flip and play this as your only plot card and defeat all those things and just start pointing and laughing at them. And then, yeah, that's the only real use I see for its plot, because it's a 3/2 for 3. Usually we see a 3/2 for 2, and that's much better. But that is a good effect that it can flip out as soon as you do and defeat all those upgrades. That has the potential to be really good. So,
I mean, it also works on Gar Saxon too, since he loves upgrades.
Yep.
So, but yeah.
Well, at least at least he gets those back, I guess. But it is pretty nice, I guess, if they have like a shielded sentinel, or a lot of stuff that's like a lot of experience tokens or whatever, because you just nuke them all.
Yeah, this
Or
is
just like
middle finger to Ray. There you go.
Tarkin, get out of here. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, Tarkin.
Yeah, I mean, or most of the lightsabers are
Snoke.
pretty generic, right? It's not like Yoda's or whatever. So
Oh yeah, Snoke. That is a really good idea.
All right,
seems okay.
Alex, what is the last one that we have here, baby?
I'm the Senate.
Yes, you are.
Chancellor
wish you were.
Palpatine. Oh yeah, we got a 3-cost green villainy Chancellor Palpatine. He's a 2/2 and also a Republic official. When played, if you control a leader unit, create 2 spy tokens and give those tokens Sentinel for this phase. And he has plot. So you can deploy your leader, pay 3, get 2 0/2 Sentinel chump blockers, and then have a 2/2 for 3 out as well. But it makes your leader deploy pretty safe, unless they have like Saboteur. And they just like UCL Hunter into your leader.
Don't you want to just play this in a Palp deck? I mean, this is like perfect. I like this a lot. So good.
If you annihilate him, you won't hit my red Palpatines.
That is very true. You cannot do that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems a little niche, but I think like most plot cards are kind of that way, right? So, but it does, block things to getting to your leader, which is it makes sense for this kind of card. It'd be really annoying if you have like Emperor's Royal Guards out already, right? And just have like a lot of the spies are also officials, right? So you're just a train of sentinels.
Yep. And if they kill the officials this turn, they have to kill both of them. Otherwise, you guess everything's sentinel. So I don't know. I like it. Actually, I actually like that card quite a bit. But I like all Pelt cards, if we're being honest here. So
That's fair.
Prestige of that.
Just wait
know
until
it's
like
coming.
you play the one guy playing in the heat of battle, so everything loses sentinel. Or no, sorry,
Yeah.
everything gains sentinel and everything loses saboteur. So you just like, no, we're all walls now.
I'm actually okay with that. We'll play. Let's go ahead and play that and call it a day.
Yeah. I'll kill the rest of the stuff. I don't have to worry about the spies because everything is sentinel.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. I don't know what we'll do next week because we probably won't have a lot of things. Maybe we'll have some new lists.
We'll make
come
a
up and
deck.
talk a little. Yeah, we'll make some decks and talk a little bit about it. Maybe we'll talk some draft next week. I don't know. We could do it way too early. Trench. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to hold the trench until the end of the. Well, you're not invited to that episode, by the way. We're actually uninviting you, and we're blocking you from being able to.
Good.
It.
I don't.
That way
Yeah.
you don't know what we have coming, and then when I play you at locals the first time, I'm going to. I bought an overhead setup. I just need a camera now, like a nice camera, and then I'll have enough webcams and cameras and mounts to be able to record your face and like two different angles as we play Trench together. And it's not going to be my face. It's going to just be like two pictures of Sam with like the tapped on view of that. And that's what it's going to be. And it's going to be, we're going to catch every little anger piece that comes up from me playing Trench against you. So
I'm gonna like over embellish during that game too. So I'm gonna be like throwing stuff on the table and just be like doing my damage counters, really whatever.
and I feel like going upstairs right now and making a Trench deck for tomorrow night. That's what I feel like doing.
I won't go. I just will not go tomorrow if that is the case.
You got to go, buddy. All right. Anyway, we'll see you all next week. Thank you all for thank you all. Oh, that's the other thing I mentioned. I got an early copy of that Hoth two starter, two player starter deck. So we're gonna try to figure out a time to get together, and I will do like an unboxing style video and like kind of go through and explain how to play, and then we'll actually probably play a game or two. I'm just waiting for my overhead camera stuff to come in so I could test that out. And so hopefully we'll be able to do that this week. I got to look at the street date for it because I got a copy of it and I don't know when I'm legally allowed to like go through it yet. So, but I did get a copy. So, all right. With that being said, thank you all. Have a good night, and we'll see you on the flippity flop.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
Peace.
Peace.